Sit back and throw one back with your pinky in the air and a middle finger to the world, and join me, the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, as we look back on this day in pro wrestling history. But before we do, put that drink down, like, share, and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get our wrestling history on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is July 30th, and we're going to start off as we always do on a positive note. That's right, these are your pro wrestling birthdays. 1961, the luchador known as El Brazo. 1997, AEW's Marco Stunt. Of course, on the flip side of that coin, your pro wrestling deaths for July 30th. 2008, Alfonso Dantes. Alright, enough of the sad stuff. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. That's right, these are your pro wrestling history highlights for July 30th. Taking a trip in the Wayback Machine to 1960. Gory Guerrero, father of Eddie, Hector, Mondo, and Chavo Classic, defeats Rey Mendoza for the EMLL-based NWA World Light Heavyweight title in Mexico City, Mexico. 4 years later, in 1964, Fred Curry defeats Tito Cannon in Austin, Texas for the Texas Junior Heavyweight title. Jump into 1977, Gorilla Monsoon defeats Hartford Love for the WWC North American Heavyweight title in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Grabbing my boombox and going to the 80s, 1985. At a WWF television taping in Poughkeepsie, New York, Randy Savage squashes Jim Young with a flying elbow smash, then announces who he has selected as his manager, ending weeks of speculation that Bobby Heenan, Mr. Fuji, Jimmy Hart, Johnny Valentine, or Freddie Blassie would be selected. Savage's choice making her WWF debut was Miss Elizabeth, who had previously worked in ICW as an announcer, although that was not mentioned on WWF TV, and neither was the fact that Elizabeth was Savage's wife. Sticking in 1985, Stan Hansen defeats Giant Baba to win the Pacific Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight title in Fukuoka, Japan. This ended Baba's fourth and final run with the title. Leaping all the way to 1999, Curtis Comes Home, a benefit card to raise money for Brian Hildebrand, referee Mark Curtis of Smoky Mountain Wrestling and WCW fame, who was battling stomach cancer, was held at the Ice Gardens in Rochester, Pennsylvania. The card saw participation of WCW, WWF, and ECW wrestlers and raised over $30,000 for Hildebrand, who continued to fight the disease until his passing on September 8th, 1999. The main event saw Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, and Shane Douglas, the original ECW triple threat, to defeat Tim Horner, Tracy Smothers, and Chris Candido with Tammy Sytch. Those were your super short but sweet pro wrestling history highlights for July 30th. I'm the eclectic gentleman Stephen Watts, and we'll see you tomorrow.